Peace and love. 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 Hey y'all. Did y'all miss me? I missed y'all. Listen. I know it was just last week that y'all saw me or whatever. Y'all probably like, damn, we tired of looking at you. But guess what? I don't care because I'm here for you and me. Stay focused. And if you don't want to hear what I got to say, then go on because I love you anyway. But I'm excited to get this message, y'all, because I'm excited, but I'm scared at the same time because it's just time for me to go ahead and speak my truth. I'm tired of gatekeeping, and I know a lot of y'all want to know, like what's really up, like how is, I'm really doing it, like what's really going on, like is the rumors true, like what's going on? You feel me? Like we seeing a lot of transformation with you. We seeing you changed and shit. We trying to figure out what's going on. Like how you making it? What's going on? Is it true? Are you a witch? Y'all. Yes. Yes. Yes, I'm a witch. I'm gonna go ahead and just stop gatekeeping. I'm a witch. You wanna know some of the things that I do that makes me a witch? You might not want to know because you're probably scared, but I'm gonna tell you anyway because part of you do want to know because let's be real, like who don't want to know? Like I would want to know if I've been hearing rumors about somebody I know. I I want to know if it's true or not. So yeah. So here's my favorite thing to do as a witch, right? Because I go through so much warfare, right? So what I like to do in my private time is I like to pray. So that's the number one top priority in my, basic witch 101 book. You feel me? Is I like to pray. So yeah, because I like to pray, so I guess that made me a witch, right? So boom, okay. Second, right? You might need to get a notebook because you're gonna need a notebook because you need to take notes, right? The second one is I love to meditate. And my form of meditation, it kind of puts you in the mind of the Buddhist, people that numb your whole Rengekyo. I love that. So I guess that does make me a witch because I like to breathe, just something about breathing helps my mind to clear of negative thinking. And so I guess because I don't like to think negative, yeah, that does make me a witch. Yeah, right. And then a lot of people like, okay, she got to be doing something, some type of spell work, right? Because like, look at me, like I don't even look like what I've been through. And not to be bragging, but sometimes you gotta brag and toot your own horn, right? And I be looking at my own self sometimes and I be shocked. I be like, God, I don't look like what I've been through. I just said today that if I look like what I've been through, I would look like a chewed up, spit out piece of bubble gum. And that's what a lot of people wanted me to look like, right? So I said, God, thank you for that. And I know a lot of people wondering how I don't look like what I've been through because I've been through a lot of shit. And so here's my number three tip, right? To help me stay looking, you feel me, good and not looking stressed out and broke down and beat up and going through shit and look at my age. You know what I'm saying? And I thank God for that. But my number one tip is I get some sleep. Yep, so I guess I am a witch on that part because I go to sleep. At least I try to anyway. Then my next one is I love water. to drink pure water. So, it just helps my witchy gifts just go ham. And it also helped me look not stressed out and broke down, and then take away my wrinkles and stuff, so it kind of make it look like I'm doing some spell work, I guess. I guess you can say I am doing spell work because it's like magic, right? So, I guess that, that'll be like what, number 5, number 6? I don't know. I don't lost count. We just gonna stay focused. So boom. Then on top of that, I decided to stop filling myself up with a whole bunch of garbage. Like, okay, don't get it twisted. I like me a little snack or two here and there, whatever. But at the same time, sometimes the body needed a rest, you know what I'm saying? So I decided to go on me a fast, and that fast just decided to last 10 years or so. And I'm a vegetarian, so, because I don't eat no meat, because, I don't believe in hurting animals or even consuming them. That's just my preference, because I learned what it would do to my body. So, once I stopped doing that, that kind of, helped take away some of the stress and stuff. So that make me look like I guess you could say that is magic. So yeah, I decided to go on a fast and detox myself of some things that I knew wasn't good, like people, certain places, even the church, because yeah, because a lot of the stuff I had learned in the church, right? This is, I was like, hold on now, wait a minute. I'm looking in the church and I'm like, bro, I'm looking at the people in the church and I'm like, oh no, I don't think this the way I want to go. I don't know this. I want to go where witchcraft is. I think witchcraft is the best way. Yeah, yeah. I think me praying, getting to know the Most High personally, and tapping into Christ consciousness in my minds. I'd rather do that, and yeah, I'd rather go do that than to be sitting up in somebody's church. Nah, I want to do witchcraft instead. So I'm gonna go and pray and meditate, and go and walk, on the earth barefoot, and play with rocks and stones and stuff, do witchy stuff, demonic things. Um, so yeah, these are some of my tips now. I'm telling y'all now, y'all think I'm playing now. I need you to take notes now. Don't say I ain't tell you, okay? Because I don't want to hear this shit no more. All right, this the first and only time we gonna talk about this. All right, because and don't listen. Don't be out here telling my business to everybody. All right, I'm talking to the few that that know me, because yeah. But I'm just saying, take notes, because I ain't gonna be talking about this no more. On thing. But anyway, also another tip is me walking away from people that no longer serve my higher good, right? I'm sorry. They didn't serve my witchy good. They didn't agree with me walking on the earth barefoot to recharge myself and reset my mental, because they was okay with being mentally insane. And so I decided to go and be a witch and clear my brain. So yeah, that's one of the tips. So I had to walk away from a lot of people that wanted to get fucked up every day, get drunk every day, get high every day, and do nothing every day. I guess that was the godly way. Oh, and don't forget to gossip and talk about everybody's business every day. They want to be productive, So I wanted to go to the witchy side and be productive. I wanted to go wash my clothes and wash my ass and mind my business and drink my water and brush my teeth and eat better and get some sleep and fall in love and actually spread love and light. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And don't forget, go and become a nerd and start reading and shit. Oh my God. So yeah, those are some of my witchy tips. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, those are my witchy tips right there. And then because I had to cut off the people that didn't support my witchiness, right? So I started protecting myself with the witchy things like sage and, herbs and stuff, natural things that come off the witchy earth, the evil earth, right? So I had started, protecting myself with those things. And I could remember being in these churches and they would talk about some of these things in the Bible. It's this same Bible right here that I read from time to time. And so yeah, I learned that I could protect myself with certain herbs like sage, right? And so because I decided to start burning sage, that definitely was like the ultimate witchy thing, right? Not to mention working with copper, y'all. When I started doing that right there, that show love like was the biggest witchy thing I could do because, like copper is so demonic. It's so evil, right? So I wanted to be that. Like that's what, a part of being a witch was. So I was like, yes, let me go and grab metal. Metal is dark and evil. Just like nickels and dimes and pennies and stuff, right? 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 Because ain't they forms of metal, right? Oh, yeah. But I guess copper is like the worst form of metal. Gold and silver it ain't bad. Or platinum, right? Okay. So yeah, I decided to go and do that, right? And because, I love rocks and stuff, right? Stones, these gemstones and stuff, right? Because that's a part of being a witch too, right? It's just something about those stones. They ain't like regular stones that's, regular rocks, the same rocks that we walk on, the cement and gravel and all that stuff. No, all that ain't evil. That ain't witchy. Mm. So I wanted to go and work with something else, right? So at the end of the day, because I decided to question the holy things, the godly things and stuff, that sure enough made me a witch, right? So I like to kind of question bullshit. So yeah, I guess that does make me a witch because I like to question things that don't make sense. And I can remember sitting in a lot of these places under a lot of people, teachers and stuff, and they would talk about a lot of stuff that probably didn't make sense to me. And I would ask questions, even not even in places, just at home around people, family, whatever. And I would just ask questions and because I asked certain questions, direct questions, um, I guess that does make me a witch because I wanted to know the truth. So yeah, I guess y'all right. I forgot. I had stopped perming my hair, right? When I stopped perming my hair because I ain't had no edges. I could remember when I was holy, on the holy side, I was over there, with the other folks and stuff, the pure folks, the righteous folks, the chosen ones, God's people, right? I was with them. And I didn't have no edges. I had a bad attitude. I had a closed heart and I had no edges, y'all. And I thought that, that was right. That was, that was a good thing. That was hereditary. So, I was like, okay, it was too right. It was too right. It was too much like a right. And I didn't want to be too much like a right. I wanted edges. I was like, I'm tired of walking around. I got a big ass forehead. You feel me? So the last thing I need is my edges to be pushed back. You feel me? And I got a big forehead, making my forehead look like a 5 head, right? So I wanted to go and grow edges. So yeah, I decided to let go of the chemicals that the pure folks, the chosen folk do. They use the church folk in them, I decided I didn't want to do that no more. I wanted to go and come, just let my hair grow out my scalp like it was when I was born. So uh that's what we call going back natural. So yeah, I guess that does make me a witch because I got locks. And a lot of people like to say locks is, they call them dreads. I don't like to use the word dread because I don't dread it, you know. I feel like I'm locked because I'm locked in. You feel me? I'm locked in the witchy shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I don't like to put all that extra, do all that extra stuff, put all that extra stuff on my body and in my body and stuff like that. That, you know, the folks that, better than me that's going to heaven, right? I didn't want to go to heaven. I wanted to go to hell. So I decided to go and just, stop using all that stuff. And I noticed that when I stopped using all that stuff that I realized that I really didn't need, I started looking younger, a little bit better. So I guess the magic is working. I was like, hold on. Like it. And then on top of that, oh, this the ultimate key, y'all. Right here. This the kicker. I fucked around and started forgiving and letting go of bitterness. Cause when I was on the other side, I was full of unhappiness and bitterness and envy and control issues, judgmentalness and pessimism and brokey energy and all kind of things that was, I guess, of God. And I didn't want to be of that God. So I said, fuck that. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to drop all that baggage, give all that back to the pits of hell where it belongs. Yeah, I'm gonna speak it out loud because that's what spells do. That's what we do when we do spells. We speak it out of our mouth, create the spell. So we speak it out of our mouth. I speak it out of my mouth that I no longer want to carry this bull crap. I no longer want to be unforgiving. I no longer want to be bitter. I no longer want to be a broke bitch. I no longer want to be a negative person. I no longer want to be one track minded. I no longer want to be controlled or food or whatever, indoctrinated. So I spoke it out loud in the spells. And it worked. Look at me now. It worked. So yeah, I guess that does make me a witch because now I don't hold on to shit. They don't, you feel me, make me old. Because when you hold on to things that don't serve you and people that don't serve you and around people and places and things that don't serve you and pretending that they serve you, you begin to look older than you really are before time. You take life too serious, don't know how to laugh and be whimsical. You don't believe in shit. You lose faith. And so I decided to go and believe again. I decided to go and be a kid inside again because I didn't get a chance to do that when I was serious on the other side. So I get to do that over there in the witchy part. I get to go and play with hula hoops and jump ropes and skate and ride bikes and be a big kid. So I guess that does make me a witch. So yeah. I like to protect myself because people like to, come for you because you decide to go against the grain and not be what they want you to be. You decide to go and be free. And now because you being free and living how you supposed to live in the witchy area, now, she need to be crucified. She's a witch. She's questioning God. But who is God? Their God. But being a witch, on the witchy side, I learned that God is within me, not outside of me. Wait a minute. Don't the Bible talk about that too? Hold on. But stay focused. That's neither here nor there. I digress. So I guess that does make me a witch because I decided to go and tap in. because I decide to go and be me. Accept me. Believe in me. Trust me. Heal me. Cause that's what I learned over here on this witchy side. So yeah. Cause I ain't learned none of that over there in the holy side. In the holiness and in the righteous side over there. The pure side. I ain't learned I ain't the pure side. I ain't learned nothing over there. I ain't hear nothing. I ain't learned nothing about that over there. So when I got over here to the witchy side, I learned that, I could face those parts in myself that was trying to conquer me. So I was like, you know what? I don't think I ever want to go back to the pure side over there. I'm gonna stay over here and be on the dark side. The dark side is way better over here. Because baby, I don't know what they doing over there. They too pure over there for me. So at the end of the day, I guess y'all right. I am a witch. So yeah. I don't have no reason to dislike nobody. So, I learned that when I heal myself and forgive myself, I heal parts of my lineage, which I ain't learned nothing about that over there on the other side, but I did over here on the witchy side. So now, I'm like, okay, shit. Let me do that too. So I don't want to keep carrying down this stuff. I don't want to keep being the same like everybody else. I want to be different. So yeah. Let me go and be a good human being. Let me go and go abstinent. Let me stop, you feel me, giving my body, casting my pearl before swine, giving my body to pigs. You feel me? Let me go and clink for real. Because on that pure side over there, they secret closet holes. And that's holy. Did I say that out loud? So I decided to go over here on the witchy side. And on the witchy side, I learned that my body was precious. It was a temple. And that I ain't need to be just letting anybody touch it. And that I ain't need to be putting any old thing in it. And that I ain't need to be allowing it to be around any old body. So I was just like, guess I'm a witch then. I decided I wanted to share some of my witchy tips with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Today and every day when I do all the other times I do my lives, because why not share it? I mean, it's helping me grow and evolve. When I go walk in the park, because I can remember on the other side, we weren't going to no parks. We wasn't go. If we was, it was just for a barbecue or a party, with our family and them, so they can get drunk and smoke weed and, push us kids away and not pay us no attention and stuff. And then, but as far as going outside and grounding and, actually connecting with the earth, no, they wasn't doing none of that. So I decided I wanted to go and connect with the earth and go to the parks and just be intimate with the universe, right? Watch the birds, the bees, and the butterflies and the trees. So I guess that does make me a witch because I like pine cones. I love pine cones. It smells so good. So yeah. But wait a minute. On the other side, don't they use pine soil to mop the floors? And then ain't pines, never mind. Because see, y'all don't want to talk about it. But then, hold on, wait a minute. Don't they put sage in the food? And then, the sage it makes the pizza and the Italian food amazing. If you want some authentic Italian food, they have it in there. But I guess if you got sage in the food too, then it must make the food witchy, right? I don't know. Hmm. Cinnamon, peppermint. They love peppermint in the church. But you know, on the witchy side, we love peppermint extract. And did you know that peppermint was made from peppermint extract? Hmm. Did you know that gemstones are rocks that come from the earth, just like rocks outside that the kids pick up and throw and bust windows with? It's the same rock. A lot of y'all got rocks in your houses for decorations. You got hope and confidence and all that stuff written on them. Probably bought them from the Dollar Tree, little inspirational rocks. Got courage and strength and wisdom on them, yeah. But I guess them ain't witchy. Those are the holy rocks. Because they got, yeah. So, yeah. Hmm. I learned that being a good human being lightens your load. And so it brings a lot of good things towards me. I'm sorry. Did I say good things? My bad. I ain't supposed to say that. I hope I said witchy things towards me. Because when you let go of things that don't serve you, people, places, and things, it frees up a lot of energy, right? And space in your auric field, which in turns bring in some of the spells that you done spit out of your mouth, like the prayers. Let's just say that. You might have prayed for something, and now all of a sudden, you done removed little green candle out the way. Cause she been blocking you the whole damn time. You ain't even know it. You finally moved her ass out the way. Now all of a sudden everything start to flow in. And now all of a sudden, oh, she doing some spells because now she doing better because she wasn't doing that good when I was around. Yeah, that's because you was the blockage. Green candle. So at the end of the day, I guess I am a witch because the more I remove people, the better sleep I get. The more I walk away from things that don't serve me, the better sleep I get. The more I throw out the trash, clean, declutter the house, I guess that is witchy because I don't like to live in filth. So I guess that is witchy because witches, yeah, we believe being dirty is the way to go. That's not true. Let me take that back. That is not true because I don't believe this is the way to go. On the other side, they say cleanliness is next to godliness, right? But cleanliness does not always next time necessarily apply to just cleaning up. It means cleaning up. So also being a witch, I I like to clean up my, inside my heart because I ain't got time. And I learned the more I clean my heart up, the more my life gets better. The more things around me clear up. The more my eyesight get better. The more my health get better. Because my health was failing on the other side when I really, when I was doing the taught way, the traditional way. And I ain't want that because I wanted to be a witch. Yeah. So I wanted to go and do the opposite. I had to go against the grain. And if I didn't, I would be out here looking like a chewed up, spit out piece of bubble gum. And I thank God that I'm not. Because I be sitting back looking at some of the people, and no offense, but if it offends you, it is what it is. But I be looking at some of the people my age. And I be like, damn, if I'd have stayed, what's the side I just said? on the traditional side. Damn. It's like Vampire Brooklyn type shit, ain't it? Except I don't bite necks. But I do know over there on the traditional side, some of them do. They do. They actually do. For real. I ain't saying it to be funny. I don't bite necks. And some people on the witchy side do too now. I ain't gonna lie and say they don't. I'm just talking about my witchy tips. I ain't talking about nobody else's witchy tips. I'm talking about my witchy tips. I guess, you know, every witch ain't the same. All right? All right? So, I'm talking about my witchy tips. I'm talking about what I do as a witch. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I like to go brush my teeth because I don't like to have rotten teeth. So, yeah, I guess that does make me a witch because, when I was on the traditional side, I was using toothpaste that was actually rotting my little teeth, which is why I got a few of them missing out. And when I realized, damn, this traditional shit ain't helping me. All this fluoride is blocking me. I was like, I don't want to do this traditional shit. I'm finna go over here and be a witch. I'm gonna go here and make my own toothpaste. Yep. I'm gonna put the simplest ingredients in it because all this stuff they got on here over here in the traditional side, I can't read that. And if I can't read it, I don't need to be putting it in my body. So, damn it, I'm gonna be a witch then because I want 2 ingredients in my toothpaste. And my teeth stopped falling out after I did that. So I guess that do make me a witch because my teeth still in my damn mouth. Thank you, Lord. I decided to stop putting all them extra chemicals on my body I can't spell. I guess that does make me a witch. I decided to go and wash my ass. Because some of the folks on the traditional side, they don't even believe in that. They just believe in getting up and putting on clothes, dressing up, looking good, hair makeup to the gods, but ain't washed their tail to the first. So I decided to go and wash my ass. All I needed was soap. I don't need all that extra. Give me some water, some soap, and a good rag. I'm all right. I don't need all that spray, all them oils and all them pumps and all them douches and all that extra get downs that the traditional folks use. I don't need all them products. I don't need all that because I wasn't born with it. I was born smooth as a baby's ass. So why can't be like that now as an adult? No, because we, on the traditional side, they believe you got to go and put all that on you. You got to go and do all of that. So, yeah. On the traditional side, they like to, worship other people, celebrities, preachers, teachers, leaders, newscasters, folks on social media, podcasters, fake prophets, spiritualists, whoever, But on the witchy side, in my book, I decided to go and start loving on me and worshiping the Most High God directly. The Most High God, the God is within myself. Tapping into Christ consciousness, Christ Jesus within me. So I guess that does make me a witch. Soon as I see a snake, on the witch side, we don't play. We cutting it off at the head. So, On the traditional side, they like to fight fire with fire. Now, on the witchy side, you got some people who like to fight with fire, magic with magic, but that's some other people's magic book. I'm talking about my magic book. In my magic book, how I fight fire, I put water on it. I put water on it. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. How else you supposed to put fire out? If you keep throwing fireballs, then they're going to be a big ass fire. So at the end of the day, I put water on it in my witchy book. So yeah. I don't feed the fire. Right? I don't feed the fire. So yeah, I guess that do make me a witch. On top of that, I learned being a witch to let go of childhood trauma. On the witchy side, I learned to take accountability. They didn't know that taking accountability and healing childhood trauma and releasing and forgiving and loving and being a kind human being, all of that would help me look good and skin smooth and lose weight, get some good sleep, enjoy life, be me. I ain't, you feel me? I ain't get none of that on the traditional side. So who the fuck wanted that? Not me. I wanted to go and be on, see something else. Cause the traditional side wasn't showing me but the same old screen. It just kept replaying the same screen to me. It just kept programming me. And I was just like, I don't want this. No, I want to go and see the truth. Something ain't right over here. So yeah, I guess that does make me a witch. I like to speak over myself. I like to protect myself. I like to, attract things to myself because on the witchy side, we can attract things. On the traditional side, you chase it. Like the bag, right? You know how y'all like to chase the bag? On the traditional side, you got to chase the bag. But on the witchy side, the bag chases you because you learn that bag is energy on the witchy side. But on the traditional side, you chase that bag and you make that bag your God. And that's when it becomes evil. So I decided to go and be a witch. I ain't want to chase the bag because I ain't meant to chase the bag. So I said, let me go over here to the witchy side and let me sit down. Let me center myself. Let me tap into my creative gifts. What am I good at doing? Like, oh damn, I could do hair. Oh damn, I could paint nails. Oh damn, I could dance. Oh damn, I could sing. I could make jewelry. I'm good at a lot of things. I ain't learned that on the traditional side. Nah, because on the traditional side, they don't want you to be creative. They too busy fighting who better. And I got tired of that shit. So I said, let me go over here and be a witch. Because on the witchy side, they actually help add the feathers and say, hey, let's grow and be creative together. I was like, damn, this is where I belong at over here because I got too much inside of me. I could sew. Let me go over here and sew. I've been sewing with my hands since I was a kid, but I would have to go and hide because on the traditional side, you got to sneak and do good stuff. Witchy stuff behind closed doors because, on the traditional side, you can't be yourself. You got to hide yourself. You got to be fake. You got to cover yourself up. You got to be somebody you're not on the traditional side. So on the traditional side, I decided to just say, you know what? I want to go over here and I want curly hair. I want my hair. I want to feel the coils in my scalp. I want my edges to grow back. Yeah. So I guess that does make me a witch. I want to go and actually be able to talk to the kids and get to know the kids. Because on the traditional side, the kids get molested and raped and mistreated and abused and not listened to and not heard. And, and over here on the witchy side, well, hell, we're a kid at heart. So the kids just naturally migrate to you. They love you. Why? Because you understand them. So that to me is cooler than being a bitter, do what I say, because I said it, traditional person. Because I'd have been there before, and they ain't get me nowhere. Oh, It ain't get me nowhere. It was the same thing everybody else was doing. So I ain't want to do what everybody was doing. I wanted to go and be different. So I decided to go and give kids a voice. I decided to go and listen to their asses. I actually decided to build a bond with them. So I guess that does make me a witch. Because I don't want to, on this witchy side, we don't believe in molestation. We don't believe in incest. We don't believe in adults lusting after children. Nope. But on the traditional side, it's okay. You can prey on kids. You can rape kids. You can traffic kids. You can do all that on the traditional side. But on the witchy side, I learned that the kids are protected. I know on the traditional side that women have no voice. Women are a disgrace. Women is evil. Women is considered the problem of everything going on in the world. But in the witchy side, the women have a voice. The woman is a goddess. The woman is an empress. The woman is a queen. The woman is a beautiful thing. The woman is powerful. The woman is just, oh my God, she's so magical. She could be all these things. So I guess that does make me a witch because I believe in that type of shit. Women rights. Clock it. I ain't come to stay on here long. I just wanted to give y'all a couple of witch tips one-on-one. Yeah, I believe in cutting off some fake friends because on the traditional side, you hang with fake friends. You hang with folks you don't like on the traditional side. On the traditional side, you prey on folks, against folks, pretend that you're friends with them and knowing you don't like their ass. But because you too cowardly to admit that, or you too envious, filled with green envy, to the point you don't know what else to do. But, they like to be, bad boys and bad girls on the traditional side. Over there on the witchy side, you don't give a damn about that. Nobody wants to be the bad girl or the bad boy. We don't care nothing about that. Because we, on the witchy side, know that karma will find its way to you as always, as well as dharma. You got karma, you got dharma. You got the good side and you got the bad side. So, you got the light and the dark. So at the end of the day, we know on the witchy side that everything will divinely orchestrate itself and happen. We ain't got to do nothing, just long as we forgive and let go and move on and keep going on about our life and stay focused on the prize and the goal, which is, us. Because we ain't got no man before us on the witchy side. And when I say no man, I mean that means no man or woman. That means nobody's above us on the witchy side because we have found the both divine beings within, right? And then as well as tapped into Christ consciousness, which is, the Holy Trinity. So we feel no need to worship an outside God as well as the traditional people do. Because the traditional people like to follow rules that they break all the time. Ow! Wait a minute, spirit. On the traditional side, you have to follow rules. You are literally oppressed, indoctrinated to follow rules that you break all the time. So you are trained to be a contradictory, a hypocrite on the traditional side. But in the witchy side, I learned that what the real is at. Oh shit, that what the real is at. That what the truth is. That what we face the shadows at. That what the truth come out at. So hey, yeah, I want to be where the real is at. I'm a real OG myself, so why not? I ain't scared of the truth. I ain't scared to dive deep. You feel me? On the traditional side, they love small talk. They love that surfacey shit. Oh, the sky is blue. The birds is chirping. Baby, over here on the witchy side, we be over here talking about some real shit. Hey, listen here. Let's talk about why your mama got them bills in your damn name and you one but three. How you got a whole house in your name and you one but three? Now you old, you can't even get no house. See, y'all see on the traditional side, you can't talk about it. You feel me? On the traditional side, you feel me? Everybody too sensitive. You can't even say, oh, you gotta say unalived. They were unalived. But on the witchy side, we can say, listen here, somebody just died. They passed away. Unfortunately. Rest they soul. You feel me? So I like to be where I can be real at. Over there on the traditional side, they like to eat food with no seeds. They like to eat plastic. They like to eat a whole bunch of things that don't nourish. On the witchy side, we want something with seeds in it. Something that actually grow itself. That can reproduce itself, like the book that the traditional folks indoctrinated us with, talked about. But they don't live by. Because they want to live by 3D printed food. So I guess that does make me a witch because I want my food to have a seed in it. I guess that does make me a witch because I want real greens. I don't want that plastic shit. I guess it does make me a witch because I want real genuine love and loyalty and respect. You know, on the traditional side, they don't require that. On the traditional side, it's just shut up and accept whatever, and it is what it is. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is on the traditional side. So I ain't want to be a part of that. So I decided because I wanted to be, you feel me? If you disloyal, you a snake, you deceitful, then you must be out of my life. Because you're going to keep hurting me. But if you feel of love and you care for me, you respect me and all of that, then guess what? You can stay in my life. I'm going to embrace you. I'm going to accept you. And you can keep access to me. Right? That's what I learned over here on the witchy side. So that's my witchy tip. Also, on the traditional side, they taught me that I had to go to somebody's building to pray and connect to a higher power. But on the witchy side, I learned that I could build my own altar at home in the privacy of my own home where sacredness is. Because it's no longer in the traditional side. So I had to find sacredness somewhere else because it was leaving. It had disappeared when I was over there in the traditional side. So I was just like, forget the traditional side. I got to find a sacred space. And so my spirit, my highest self, right, was like, hey, why don't we just create us one? Just build us one. Just get you a little table and sit down at it and pray. Just like you would if you was on the traditional side, but except you ain't around 20,000 people watching you. Your spirit is not overly exposed. You're not overstimulated. You actually get to be one with yourself on the witchy side. You actually connect with one with you on the witchy side. But on the traditional side, they make you feel like you need another individual to connect. And I noticed that every time I tried to connect with other individuals on the traditional side, it never worked out for me. Because I always got crossed or hurt or betrayed or stabbed in the back or heartbroken or something. But because I decided to go on the witchy side, I learned that really all I have is me. And then once I learned that, then I noticed that the pain stopped. So I was like, damn, guess that do make me a witch. Because I pulled the swords out. Because on the traditional side, I kept getting sword after sword after sword. Just imagine me walking around with swords on this pretty back, this beautiful shoulder, just swords. Just here. Psh, psh, psh. Every time you turn around, it's a sword. But then you get over here on the spiritual, on the witchy side. I'm sorry. You learn to take the swords out your back. You learn how to protect yourself and put on your armor of God. I'm sorry. Did I say God out loud? Now, the daggers that the traditional folks throwing at you, because now you done messed around and became a witch, because now they got to crucify you because you a witch. Now we got to put you on a cross because you going against the grain. So now, guess what? Because you got your armor on, they mad because the daggers ain't penetrating. So I guess that does make me a witch, because I like to protect myself. Oh, because I like to block people in real life. On the phone. In real life. Like, forget social media. In real life. Because sometimes blocking people is the best thing that you could do as a witch. Right? Because they keep trying to crucify you. You feel me? So you have to block that energy and get it out your way. Right? So that you know what I'm saying, can go ahead and prosper in the witch field. Right? And then because you ain't got no ill will towards nobody, the universe, or sorry, did I say that out loud? The universe comes to your aid as a witch because you don't want to hurt nobody. Because you got a good heart, because you done forgave, and because they crossed you, but you ain't crossed them. You could have crossed them. You could have did them how they did you, but you chose not to. You chose to give them to the Most High God and say, God, protect them and heal their heart and heal their mind or whatnot. You did the opposite of what they did to you, because see, on the traditional side, it's fight fire with fire, remember? But see, on the witchy side, it's fire with water. Right? So you don't have no reason to retaliate on the witchy side because you done forgave. But on the traditional side, we don't talk about forgiveness enough. We don't do it. We don't even apply it. So on the witchy side over here, you forgive. You don't want to hurt nobody. They might be hurting you though. But just because you chose to stay positive and focused, the universe, the wicked universe, right? Remember the evil universe. Remember? The one that these gemstones come from. The one that the rocks and stuff come from. All of the one that we all live on, right? The traditional folks and the witchy folk, right? Yeah. That same universe comes to the witchy folks' rescue. Because you didn't retaliate like the traditional folks would have. You didn't get petty. You could have got petty. And some of the witchy folks do, but I ain't one of them. I'm talking about my book. Okay? I can't speak for nobody else's book. I'm talking about my book. And because in my witchy book, I don't hold no grudge. The universe comes to my aid and spanks some asses. And so because I'm a witch, automatic, the traditional folks think, she's doing witchcraft. But I guess because I prayed for you to get better. I guess that does make me a witch, because now you got to go through a lesson of getting better. So you're right. I guess that does make me a witch. I pray for you to find love and happiness, faith, joy. Dig back into yourself. I pray for all those witchy things. So yeah, you're right. I did put spell work on it. Just not the spell work you put on me. Traditional folk. Your spells, because you got spells. Oh, yep, y'all cast spells. A lot of them. But we ain't gonna talk about it because this ain't about y'all. This is about my basic witch 101 tips. Okay? Stay focused. All right? So, I decided to go and fall in love with myself and be selfish with myself. Because on the traditional side, you are taught to spread yourself thin. You are taught to not get no rest. You taught to go, 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 chase, 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 fake, 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 pretend, pretend, pretend. Right? But on the witchy side, I learned that I could love myself. I could slow down. I could rest. I could forgive. I can heal. I could give. I could believe. And did you know in the witchy side that believing makes things happen? Good things happen to you and for you in the universe. So of course the universe gonna come to my rescue because I'm a witch. Right? So yeah, I love being a witch. I learned that being a witch makes me more powerful, makes me stand up for myself. Because on the traditional side, I was taught to be spineless. Shut up, child. Don't you have no voice and don't you speak up. Don't you mess around and ask no question. Better shut up or we gonna whoop your ass. Oh, my bad. We ain't supposed to be cussing. We Christians. I'm sorry, tradition folks. We go on here and eat this buffet and eat us some swine that the Bible tell us not to eat because it's the filthiest animal in it. But we're going to go eat it anyway because God put it here on the earth for us to eat. And when we done, I'm going to go and fornicate. The same thing I preach to you about in church not to do. But that's my business because I'm chosen and I'm holy, not you. And when you want to talk to God, you come to me. I'll go to God for you. But you got to pay me. And if you don't pay me, you're going to hell. So you better pay me. You better come on with it before you go to hell before it's too late. So, yep. That's what was going on the traditional side. And you know, you better be scared on the traditional side. On the traditional side, shut up. Don't you ask God no questions. Shut up. Just take whatever is given to you by whatever God over there on that side, because it's many gods. The same book talk about it. It talks about many gods. There are many gods. It is. Anybody can be a god. So that's why I say on the traditional side, we don't know what God we was, you know. That's why you got so many preachers out here now being exposed, because so many church folks, so many leaders, so many fake prophets just being exposed because it's many gods. So you never know what God you're worshiping, what God. But on the spiritual side, the witchy side, you tap in, you sit down, you connect with yourself, and you learn that you can, in fact, ask the God within yourself questions. Because how the hell else are we going to know anything? On the traditional side, you taught to run from yourself. Don't go to yourself. Hell no, don't go to yourself. You're crazy. But on the witchy side, I learned that when you go to yourself, you actually heal what the traditional side, the crazy that the traditional side was causing. Because let's be real, on the traditional side, I was full of PTSD and crazy mental illness. I literally was crazy. I was 2 seconds, 2 hairs from a crazy house. Not no offense to anybody who dealing with mental issues right now. I wouldn't wish that up on the traditional folks to save my life. But I learned that when I became a witch, that I could reverse that and heal my damn mind. I could heal my body. I could heal my heart. I could heal my skin. I could heal my teeth. I could heal my mind. I could heal my hearing. I could heal everything. Because on the witchy side, you could just use natural stuff from the earth, like, you know, cinnamon and ginger and sage and oregano and basil and thyme and honey and pure water to heal yourself. Oh, and peppermint extracts. So yeah, yes, I am a witch. So yeah, I ain't gonna tell y'all no more secrets because I think I told y'all too much already. And God be telling me to shut up because you know how folks like throw stuff back up and try to come back and use it on you or whatever. But at this point, the cat's out the bag. I'm tired of gatekeeping because we've been in a world of just everybody gatekeeping. So I'm gonna be the first realist to stop gatekeeping. So if you been want to know my secrets and how I am, how I'm able to be at peace, I am, how I'm able to look the way I look, how I'm able to just what people think is just be lucky. There you go. I wouldn't necessarily call it luck though. I like to call it God and hard work because nothing in life, nothing in life comes without God or hard work. And you will never know, which I learned on the witchy side. You would never know you would never truly know your God, what your God looks like, if you don't know thyself. But on the traditional side, we were left questioning who was our God, what did our God look like, was our God our color, was our God their color, who color, did our God have curly hair, straight hair? We were arguing about it. But I learned on the witchy side that your God looks just like you. I learned on the traditional side that voice in the inside is that crazy voice. That's the devil. But then I learned on the witchy side that voice in the inside was your higher power, your higher spirit. That's the God in you that the traditional folk teach you to run from. Actually demonize it. So I think it's cooler being a witch. So with that being said, the cat's out the bag. I'm done gatekeeping, bro. There's my life. There's my secrets. You been want to know how I do it? There you go. Okay? There you go. You can't say I ain't dead. I love y'all. Peace and love.